A career, I'm an artist. I have a lot of things to lose.
We out here on vacation in the Bahamas. Another beautiful day. Check it out. Check it out. Boom. I want to talk to y'all for a minute.
Will Smith wasn't just making headlines for that Oscars moment with Chris Rock, because people are now digging up old stories and saying there's way more going on behind the scenes. The receipts, according to insiders, have been sitting in plain sight this whole time, and now folks are looking at them very differently. Back then, the public thought Will was simply guiding Bryshere, giving him industry advice and showing him how Hollywood works. But rumors started floating that this mentorship crossed serious lines, with people claiming Bryshere caught real feelings during that time. Then, just as fast as the opportunity came, sources allege he was pushed out, iced from the industry, and left watching his career slowly fall apart. When Jaguar spoke on this, many brushed it off and said she was making things up. But now, with lawsuits stacking up and people from Will's inner circle starting to talk, the story doesn't sound so wild to some anymore. So the big question stays buzzing. Was it just guidance, or did things get personal behind closed doors? And where did Jada stand in all of this, if she even knew it all? For anyone unfamiliar with Bryshere's situation, his downfall was rough and very public. After his former manager, Charlie Mack, connected him with Will and Diddy for what was described as a career-building opportunity, everything shifted fast. Reports claim his mother, Andrea, was aware that this situation might involve more than standard industry coaching, but she reportedly agreed after promises of serious financial support were made. After that, Bryshere's path took a sharp turn and nothing was ever the same. Basically, people are now saying his own mother handed him over, thinking this move would secure his future. While Bryshere believed two powerful industry giants were about to level him up, insiders claim they had completely different intentions, and career guidance allegedly wasn't the real focus at all. Once that so-called mentorship with Will wrapped up, Bryshere's momentum crashed hard. His career stalled, and his name started popping up in police reports instead of casting calls, with people comparing his spiral to what happened with Orlando Brown. In 2020, things took a darker turn when Bryshere was arrested after his wife accused him of a violent altercation. Reports claim she was so shaken that she ran to a gas station for help, where police stepped in and intervened. Then in 2022, he was arrested again following another domestic dispute involving a woman he was seeing at the time, adding more fuel to the public fallout. As photos and videos spread online, reactions were brutal. One comment read, "Wow, he doesn't even look the same," while another claimed, "They set him up, made him lose his mind." People even started whispering that old industry deals were coming back to haunt him in a big way. And just when it seemed like the chaos had peaked, Will Smith's former close friend and assistant, Bilal, jumped into the spotlight. He made explosive claims about Will's private life, sparking massive debate online, though many stressed these were still just allegations with no confirmed proof. Bilal didn't just whisper rumors, he went all in. He claimed Will personally admitted to crossing serious boundaries with a young actor, saying it was done without consent. Those words alone sent shockwaves across the internet, because now the story wasn't just messy, it was dangerous territory. Bilal also described a moment where he said he walked into a private room and saw Will in an intimate situation with another actor. He didn't give it a romantic spin either, making it sound raw, unexpected, and shocking to witness. The way he told it made people feel like they were hearing something they were never supposed to know. Will stayed completely silent after those claims dropped. But Jada, she wasn't quiet at all. She fired back with a threat to sue Bilal if he didn't retract everything he said. Instead of backing down, Bilal doubled up and showed no fear. He popped up in another interview and basically dared her to make that lawsuit real. He hinted that if she didn't follow through, he would release even more damaging information about Will. The whole thing felt like a high-stakes bluff being called in real time, and the internet was locked in, waiting to see who would flinch first. You'd think after that fiery back and forth with Jada, Bilal would chill out, but nah, he did the complete opposite. He jumped into yet another interview and escalated things fast, making disturbing claims about what Will allegedly did to Bryshere, and the internet froze up all over again. Up until then, Bilal had mostly focused on Will's personal life, but this time, he zeroed in on Bryshere specifically. He claimed the long-rumored stories about powerful figures using mentorships as leverage were real, and said he personally witnessed Bryshere being pulled into that world. According to Bilal, the damage didn't stop once those relationships ended either. He alleged that instead of letting people move on, Bryshere was passed around socially within industry circles, leaving him mentally and emotionally wrecked. Bilal painted a picture of someone being used up and discarded with no safety net in sight. He also revisited Bryshere's situation, saying there was way more to that story than the public ever knew. And remember, Bilal wasn't some outsider making noise. He reminded everyone that he was once Will's assistant, claiming he saw these situations up close and personal, which only made his allegations hit even harder. Bilal says that being Will's assistant meant he was also assigned to stay close to Bryshere during that so-called mentorship. According to him, Bryce was given special access and extra attention, and Bilal's role was to keep everything running smoothly behind the scenes. He claims that during a trip to Chicago, Bryce finally opened up and described the pressure he felt and the expectations placed on him by powerful people in the industry. What started as guidance and opportunity allegedly shifted into something emotional. Sources now say Bryce began catching real feelings, believing there was loyalty, safety, and long-term protection in that bond. In his mind, it wasn't just business anymore, it felt personal. But the story claims that once Bryce became attached, the energy changed. Access allegedly got cut, calls stopped getting returned, and doors began closing. When he was no longer seen as useful, or worse, became a risk. People say the quiet shutdown began, and his career started hitting invisible walls. Jaguar Wright later dropped another bomb that had everyone stunned. She alleged that right after Cassie filed her lawsuit, Bryce was also speaking with attorneys about taking legal action against Will and Diddy. But according to her, those plans never moved forward because Bryce's life was allegedly threatened, sending a chilling message that scared him into silence. Jaguar went even further, claiming there's a hidden recording out there involving several major names, including Justin, Will, Jaden, Diddy, and Bryce, during what she described as an out-of-control private gathering. She didn't provide proof, but just saying it out loud sent shockwaves across social media and had people questioning everything they thought they knew. Now, when it comes to the lawsuit she keeps hinting at, many believe she's referring to the rumored $50 million legal action aimed at Diddy and Will. Bryce was previously reported to be connected to this case, and the story first surfaced through a blind item that quickly went viral. That blind item claimed a major figure was quietly preparing paperwork behind the scenes, gathering statements and evidence and bracing for a legal battle that could shake the industry. Once that rumor hit, people started connecting dots, wondering if this was the same case Jaguar had been teasing all along. That blind item didn't drop names, but the clues were loud. It described a former insider who allegedly had first-hand knowledge, legal guidance lined up, and serious backing before everything suddenly went silent. People noticed how fast the chatter stopped, like someone hit a switch. According to the rumor mill, pressure started coming from all directions. Friends went quiet, calls stopped, and sources claimed warnings were being passed around behind closed doors. The message was clear to some. Pushing forward could come with real consequences. What really raised eyebrows was how fast media coverage shifted. Stories disappeared, comment sections got locked, and certain platforms stopped amplifying the topic altogether. Folks online started saying this wasn't just coincidence, it felt coordinated. Now people are asking the same question on repeat. If none of this was real, why did everything shut down so fast? And who benefits the most from keeping it buried? The silence alone has people side-eyeing the whole situation hard. What really has people uneasy is the pattern. Every time someone gets close to pushing this story forward, something suddenly happens to derail it. Deals fall through, interviews get canceled, and the person at the center of it all fades from public view almost overnight. Online detectives started pointing out how certain names always seem protected. While smaller figures take the heat, the powerful ones stay untouched, moving freely while the others deal with backlash, stress, and isolation. That imbalance has folks asking serious questions. Some insiders claim fear plays a huge role. They say people are scared of being blacklisted, losing opportunities, or becoming the next target of character attacks. So instead of speaking up, they stay quiet and fall in line. At this point, the story isn't just about accusations anymore. It's about influence, control, and how fast narratives can be buried when too much truth gets too close to the surface. And the longer the silence stretches, the louder it starts to feel. Now people are starting to zoom out and look at the bigger picture. This isn't just about one rumor or one voice speaking out. It's about a system that allegedly protects power at all costs. Every accusation gets brushed off as crazy, every whistleblower gets labeled unstable, and the cycle keeps spinning. What's wild is how quickly public sympathy flips. 1 minute, people are asking real questions, and the next minute, the focus shifts to discrediting whoever spoke up. Past mistakes get dragged out, credibility gets attacked, and suddenly the original claims are lost in the noise. Industry insiders say this tactic isn't new at all. It's about control, silence, and making sure no one feels safe enough to keep talking. And whether these allegations are ever proven or not, the fear around speaking up is very real. At this point, many are saying the cover-up feels louder than the accusations themselves, and that alone has the internet watching closely. Some people believe the next person to speak up could be another man who claims he was harmed by a powerful figure, and they don't think it will stop there. When Sean Diddy Combs gets mentioned, reactions online explode instantly, with folks dissecting behavior, old interviews, and past moments that suddenly feel different in hindsight. One comment making the rounds said people should look closely at how certain families operated behind closed doors, calling the situation heartbreaking and confusing for the kids involved. Others went even further, questioning why so many famous actors and rappers keep getting tied to disturbing accusations, saying they're just trying to understand the full picture without blindly defending anyone. At this point, the conversation is messy, emotional, and deeply divided. So now, I want to hear from you. Do you believe Will Smith and Bryshere Gray had more than a professional relationship? And do you think Bryshere was pressured into something he couldn't escape? Drop your thoughts in the comments, let's talk about it. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video, and keep the conversation going.